Bro, cards? Bro, cards. What's going on? It's at MookBets on Twitter. Here with the team, with my brother and friend, pal, Ryan. Say what's up, Ryan.
What's up, guys? At PhillyCards25 on Instagram. Shoot me a follow.
Yeah, give him that follow. And we're joined again by the legend, the absolute rocket arm, dual threat quarterback out of, I won't say the high school to protect his identity, but welcome again, QB1 on Twitter at the only QB1. What's going on, my guy?
To stay modest, like saying dual threat is a bold move. I was kind of just like a mobile quarterback with like a sprinkle of passing in there.
Oh, okay. So you're a mobile. I was giving you the dual threat. I mean,
I
thought
know, I
you'd take
appreciate it. I'm kind of like Lamar Jackson.
Got it. Got it.
Yeah,
That's actually the perfect comparison.
Not like a
now.
Russell Wilson who's a dual threat.
No, you're
that can pass
Taysom Hill.
Yeah.
Taysom,
honestly, Taysom Hill's the most accurate.
Taysom Hill's pretty good. But welcome back, QB. We're gonna have another QB huddle at the end of the pod. That was great. So always great to have you on, my friend. But Ryan, let's touch on the giveaway on Twitter right now. So we're doing one giveaway, the main giveaway of the Harper graded cards, and that's popping off right now. Thank you everyone for the support. And we're at 155 followers and counting on Twitter. But Ryan, I heard you're trying to give away some more Heat kit.
Yeah, so one of the leading MVP candidates in the NBA right now, Joel Embiid, giving away 2018 Prism Silver Auto of Joel Embiid.
An auto of Embiid.
Yeah, so nothing too crazy, but it's good to get our followers engaged, especially hopefully somebody from Philly wins this, but hopefully just an NBA fan or somebody's willing to start their collection up. But it would be cool to just ship this out to a new collector and hopefully spark their collection.
You're absolutely nuts. Thank you, Philly Cards 25. Thank you, my brother, for doing that. And when I asked him, I'm like, "Are you sure you want to do that?" He's like, "Yeah, I have 3 of them," and just whips out 3. So screw you, dude. I want to get to that level one day. But QB, how much do you think that Embiid's worth?
Honestly, thank God we have this podcast because I don't know anything about cards. I would say like $400, $300. Maybe is that too much? Maybe I'm Philly biased. Yes. I don't know.
So like sports cards, like it all depends on how many autographs the person signs, what year the card is, if it's a veteran autograph, a rookie autograph, what product. So we'll get into all that detail, but it's just like $125 card or something on eBay. But yeah, I mean, what you thought like autographs and stuff would sell for, it's all different for sports cards. So just like throw all that past knowledge about like signed picture frames or jerseys out the window. It just depends. It's going to be all different for sports cards.
True. So a $125 Joel Embiid autograph card, Prism, is now on the table for a giveaway. And when will we give that away? How many followers do you want to start that giveaway at?
Let's just shoot for 250. Hopefully we have 250 loyal followers by the time we drop episode 5. We're just gonna keep spitting out knowledge and just keep pushing out episodes. So hopefully you guys keep listening. We're definitely gonna have some dope guests on. I'm definitely gonna reach out to some big accounts on Instagram. Hopefully get them on a podcast, and hopefully they can help share their knowledge too and their experiences in the hobby.
Hell yeah, dude. So the kid said 250. Once we get to 250 followers on Twitter at bro_cards pod, the Embiid goes live for the taking. So hopefully it's a Philly guy. But let's get in.
This is kind of like the people's podcast of cards. You guys are giving back. I haven't seen anyone just tossing out cards left and right like you two are.
Damn.
Yeah. So I mean, we're for the people out here. We're trying to build a loyal following.
Hopefully. We're not for the people. We're for the bros. Okay. Once you follow this account, you are a bro, and I will shake your hand.
Go put your Patagonia vest on.
Yo, no. I got a backwards hat. I got my blue light glasses on.
I don't identify with anything Patagonia.
Good for you, dude. But this is the bros podcast, all right? All the average bros out there, you can make money too, okay? We all need second streams of income. I have a lot of dads on Twitter hitting me up too that are getting their kids started. You guys are bros too. I don't care how old you are. You're a bro if you support the podcast. So thank you very much.
If you're a girl that collects too, we welcome you to listen too, because there's definitely some girls getting into the hobby.
Oh, we're gender inclusive for sure. I know QB1 is, but
I don't know what that means, but okay.
I'm just saying you're a ladies' man. You played quarterback in high school, dude. Get over it, okay?
Okay.
All right. So let's get into the bread and butter. Why we're here. This is episode number 2, but actually our 3rd total episode. Whatever that the whole episode 0 thing kind of trips me up. Maybe I should nix that. But
yeah, that was odd. When I saw you drop episode 0, I was cracking up. I was
all
like,
right. Yeah.
I was like, what did they try to be? Like, it's different. It's definitely unique.
I didn't have anything to do with it. I'm like the diva of the podcast. I just show up when we're ready to shoot.
Yeah, you
Well,
just
you
show
are the
up. I'm
star
doing
of
all
the
the
show.
grunt work. I'm doing all the grunt work over here, but we need your brain. So I mean, you're doing something. Don't discount yourself now.
Yeah, you're the star of the show, right?
Exactly. You're
I'm
like
the Bobby
you're like
Lee of
AI.
Bad Friends. You're a Santino.
You're Bobby Lee. I'll be Santino, but you're also Allen Iverson. You're like practice. What do you
You're
mean?
like Iverson.
You're Eric
Mookie's
Snow.
like Larry Brown, and I'm Dikembe Mutombo.
You're more like Eric Snow. You're not that tall.
I guess I am a facilitator.
Yeah.
But I like to think of myself as an enforcer as well, but I don't know. Back on topic.
All right, thank you, Eric Snow. That's enough from you. All right,
That'll be all. Thank you.
Let's for the second time, let's get into the bread and butter here. We're talking what type of cards you should be buying. We're not going to get into products. There's going to be a whole entire episode on each sport about products. This is more for the basic investor, like why should I buy a rookie card or what's a numbered card and stuff like that. So, Ryan, I'm going to give you a softball question. What's a base card and what's a rookie card?
All right, so I mean they can be the same thing. A base card can be a rookie card, but a base card is just like when you open like a pack of cards and like the commons in the pack, that's like the base card. So like the difference between a base card and an insert is like an insert you'll have like maybe like 1 per pack, where the base card there might be like 10 or so. So a base card just like your everyday normal card that you're used to seeing.
So the base is the filler, right? And the insert would be like the different color or like a numbered card or like a jersey card, right?
Like a numbered card, like a variation, like something just not like the rest of the cards.
Okay. And when you say numbered card, what exactly are you saying? Be very like explain it to me like I'm in 3rd grade.
Okay, so there will be a serial number on the back or the front of the card, and usually there's nothing lower numbered than like or nothing higher numbered than like I don't know, maybe like 500 or like 900 nowadays. They used to make cards up to like 5,000, but it's kind of limited itself to under like 1,000 now. So you might see like a numbered out of 5 card, a numbered out of 25. So what that means is there's only like 5 of those cards out in the world. So if they're serial numbered, so there can be a 1 of 1, like I said, numbered to 5, 50, 99, 299, and obviously the lower numbered stuff will demand more money.
Got it. So and that'll look like maybe we'll get a visual representation. We're still looking for a video guy. So if you have a video guy, please slide into my DMs. And any ladies listening, please slide into my DMs. But the numbered cards will be like they'll be like silver or gold, right? Either on the front or back of the card, it'll say or it'll say like 5 out of 99. Those cards are valuable, essentially. That's the point I'm trying to make. Second to the numbered cards, let's talk insert cards here. Like variation cards. What exactly is a variation card?
So a variation card is just like a short printed card. It's not like totally mass produced like a base card would be. There's not as many out there. But yeah, it's pretty much just as simple as that. It's just not numbered, but it's a shorter print card. And some non-numbered short print cards could be like 50 or less. So you kind of need to pay attention to the product and the stuff that they put out in the product.
So very basic example again. Let's say I'm pulling packs and looking for Patrick Mahomes in his rookie year. Let's say I pull the base of his rookie card, right? So that'll just look like a normal card in the set. And like the variation of that could be like Patrick Mahomes green, Patrick Mahomes silver, refractor, right? These are all like the types of cards that we're talking about in like
red or blue.
Exactly. And those are the cards that sell for like they're rare. They sell for a ridiculous amount of money.
Yeah, so I actually have a story. Back in Patrick Mahomes' rookie year in 2017, I was setting up at a card show, and I was opening packs from a box, and I went back to my booth to help somebody that was trying to buy something off me, and I went back to go open the rest of the packs or the packs in the box, and this dude actually pulled a Patrick Mahomes cracked ice from a Contenders autograph. At the time, it was like a few $1,000 card. I was pissed, and nowadays it's probably a few $100,000 card. So that dude stole my pack and got a Patrick Mahomes
He copped your
autograph.
pack? He just copped it?
Yeah, he ended up grading it at the card show and sold it for like 3,500 or 4 grand at the time. But nowadays it's like a few $100,000 card at the minimum.
Well, screw that guy. That's karma right there. That's big old karma kicking you in the ass. But all right, so we went through numbered variation cards. Now, in the simplest of terms, why is like a rookie card of Patrick Mahomes more valuable than just like a random stray card of like Patrick Mahomes in 2019?
So people are really attached to the rookie year, and that's pretty much where you get the most value if you think that somebody's going to be like a star. But everybody targets the rookie year. I guess that brings like people the most nostalgia, and I don't know. Everybody likes rookie cards. Just that something about that first year in the league, even if they didn't have a good year, it's like the very first year that they came out with sports cards. It's just like a huge buy, but there is some exceptions. Like in 1986, Fleer basketball, everybody was like a rookie card because there was no like licensed NBA product before that, like consistent. So Fleer was like the first year like that. So it's like Michael Jordan's rookie card and Karl Malone and all those guys. But yeah, so it just depends on the year. There's also the year in 2012 when in 2011 they had the NBA lockout, so they actually combined both rookie years. So like Anthony or like Kawhi Leonard is a rookie card in the 2012 products, but really he was drafted in 2011. So he should technically be a 2011 rookie, but because he didn't have cards produced that year, they just put him under the 2012 class.
That's
And all
wild.
those guys still sell like they would just be normal rookie.
Interesting. So just
So that
to
that draft class is going to be like iconic because there's so many good rookies that year. I mean, there's Kyrie Irving, Anthony Davis, Klay Thompson, Kawhi. I already said that. Bradley Beal. I mean, the list goes on. So it's like an iconic set that year, and people love it.
That's crazy. So I'm guessing like if you wanted to get a box of 1986 Fleer, 2012 NBA, like those boxes of cards that are still in the seal, like ready to rip open, are just dumb expensive at this point.
Yeah, I think 2012 Prism is up to like 30 grand a box.
Oh my
and I'm pretty
god.
sure 1986 Fleer is well over 6 figures by now. But all right, when 2012 Prism released, it was under $100 a box, and over the years, it shot up to over 30 grand. And I wouldn't be surprised if it hits 6 figures in the next 15, 20 years. I mean, even sooner than that, I wouldn't be surprised, especially with the prices that we're seeing right now.
That's insane, dude. Insane. Um I guess another thing we should touch on, as kids, like jersey cards were the wave, right? Like when we were like growing up being little chumps, jersey cards were the cool thing to have. Um, right now, not even right now. I mean, even then, probably jersey cards are worthless. Number one, right? Unless they're numbered, maybe. Unless, not even unless the auto is on there, right?
So that's not true.
Okay, teach me.
So jersey cards can be worth money, but the card company Panini doesn't make game used like jerseys like on the actual card. So nowadays it's just like a manufactured jersey that the player probably didn't even wear on a card, and that's just like not appealing to a lot of people. There's a lot of cool patches though that are game worn from like older products and stuff that sell, but nowadays it's mostly like numbered like parallels and stuff and variations that catch the most money, and just regular autographs with like no jersey. But the biggest cards that sell are the National Treasures RPA, and that's the biggest rookie patch autograph of like the NBA player.
So two things: RPA is rookie patch autograph, That's something the bros all need to take note of. And secondly, autographs in general. Can you explain the difference between an on-card auto and a sticker off-card auto?
So a sticker will be like when like the card company, like say like Panini, sends like 1,000 stickers to like an NBA player. They'll just send like a sheet where like they just sign like a bunch of the stickers at one time, where they don't even see the card, so the stickers just get put on after the fact that they sign. And people will pay more money for stuff that's on card, where the player actually touches the card and just signs it without a sticker. So
That's
I mean,
so
I think
funny.
that's way cooler. Like the player was actually holding it and he signed it with his hand instead of a sticker that could have been sent to another city to be put on a different card. Like, I don't know. I just like the on card factor of a card, and with a sticker on, it kind of looks like cheap. So
Nah,
having
I
like an
agree.
on card autograph is like my
I agree. I just think it's funny that like, maybe there's some dude at home that's like freaking out, like Patrick Mahomes touched this card. But in reality, it's like, okay, like this was in his hands. Like this means a little something more, essentially. And it's more personalized, which is cool. Um, we have one more kind of huge topic to touch on here. But before we get to that, QB, wanted to check in with you. Do you have anything on like the different types of cards, or do you want to save it for the QB huddle?
I was thinking I could probably save everything for the QB huddle. I'll let you. You guys are rolling. It's an honor to be in the presence of greatness. Just watching two competitors go back and forth, just firing on all cylinders. So I'm going to sit back and wait for my time. You guys keep going.
Yo, that's why you're QB. That's why you command the huddle. You know exactly when and where to chime in. Thank you, QB. Thank
No
you.
problem.
All right, so Ryan, back to the bread and butter, the meat and cheese of the pot. And shout out to the bros if you're still listening. We appreciate you. But let's talk raw cards versus graded cards. So what's a raw card? What's a graded card?
So the raw card is how the card would come out of a pack, without like a sleeve or anything. It just like you just got that card. It's fresh out of the pack. It's not graded. So graded is when you send like a card to a grading company. There's a few main ones, PSA and Beckett. But you pretty much get the card slabbed up in a case, and they grade the card between 1 and 10. And depending on what grade you get, the card value will change. So if you get like a PSA 10, like a card could 5x in value, or sometimes even more than that. But just depends on the card and the product and all that. But pretty much just having a card slabbed is key nowadays. You can search up like serial numbers on the slab to check how many of that card has been graded. Um, Sometimes you can see what the last one sold for, but it matters a lot when you get like a 10 subgrade on like a rarer card. So like a a common term used in the sports card community is what's like the population of the graded card. So say I have like a card numbered to 99 autograph and it's a PSA 10. If there's only one PSA 10, it's going to demand way more money
Supply and demand, baby.
than if it was like a yeah. So supply and demand and simple economics like that can apply to sports cards. So it's pretty cool, and there's a ton of opportunity with it.
Love that. So let's backtrack for a second here. So like let's just explain the process, right? So you rip open a pack and you pull that Zion Prism rookie auto, right? As of right then and there, it's a raw card. So the raw card's directly from the pack. And then there's a whole process to get that card graded. And the grade adds tremendous value to the card. Like you said, could be 5, 10 times, 50 times the value, depending on what the grade is. So that's why it's so important, right? To like, if you're gonna pull packs, if you're gonna pull cards, don't be an idiot and grip up the card. Be very careful when you're handling it, right? And make sure that if you're going to get it graded, you keep that thing in a safe place.
Yeah. So like the difference, like just Zion, for example, a 2019 Prism, just like a base rookie card of Zion as a PSA 9 sells for $188 last sale on February 2nd. And a PSA 10 on February 2nd sold for $602. So
Wow.
it's like a 3x difference from just like a 9, and that's absolutely absurd. Just for like if there's like a corner ding or something could change the card from a 9, or if it's like off centered, or if the surface is messed up. So the card company, the grading companies check for 4 things. So it's centering, edges, surface, and corners, and you have to make sure all that stuff looks clean before you decide to send something in. But that's definitely a key thing to think about. And the difference between PSA and Beckett, people prefer PSA. That's where you'll sell them stuff for the most money, in my opinion. But the wait times are a little thrown off right now due to the demand in the hobby. But Beckett has subgrades for when you grade cards. So they'll actually put like the centering, corners, surface, and edges, their actual individual grades on the card. So like this Mike Trout I'm holding right now, it's like a 10 centering, 9 edges, 9.5 corners, and a surface 10. If you just got a card graded from PSA, it's either a 10, 9, 8, like
So they don't
no
tell you.
yeah, so they don't tell you. It's no half numbers. Like Beckett, there's a 9.5 and a 10 for Beckett, and PSA there's just a 9 and a 10. So a PSA 10 will sell for the most of the time, but the only thing that will top it is a BGS 10. So the grading pecking order goes BGS 10 from Beckett, PSA 10, and then I would say Beckett 9.5, and then a PSA 9, and then Beckett kind of just follows from there. But I would say people really like the PSA slab and grading with PSA nowadays.
Wow, that was a mouthful. I'm glad we're recording this because that was a lot of good information, my guy. That was straight from the dome too. Way to be. Um, I'll say this. I wanted to stop you there for a second and retrack, right? So we talked about base, and then you just killed the information with all the PSA, BGS, and Beckett stuff. Like that's key information to know. I was gonna ask you that, and then you just rattled it off like a pro. So way to be, way to be. My question is though, like you said, that Zion raw is selling for 188 or whatever it is, and the graded selling for like 600, right?
No, so it was a PSA 9
Okay.
versus a PSA 10.
So let's scratch the PSA stuff for a second. Is it worth it to buy a non-graded Zion? And one, would you do it? Two, what do you look for on the eBay listing if you're gonna do it?
So now is definitely not the time to do that. The Zions that were meant for grading are probably already graded by now.
Okay.
So it all depends. Like when the product comes out, the best time to grade is when you pull the cards yourself, or it's a newer product and you just bought it off of eBay. That's like your best chance of getting
So,
like
so
a
you're
10 or
saying
a
you're saying if
9.5.
a product drops, like let's say a product drops last week, right? You want to buy the raw cards of that product like as soon as possible. As soon as it drops, you're on eBay, you're looking for raw cards that you can scoop up and then send to grading yourself. But if it's a long lag period and you know that a lot of the cards are already graded, there's probably not that many diamonds in the rough. Like the ones that are supposed to be graded and are perfect are already graded.
Yeah, so there's exceptions like that with that, excuse me. So like if there's like a sleeper in the draft and he doesn't play well for like 2 to 3 years, but like in that third year, he starts
Interesting.
balling out and he's dropping 25 a game and he looks like a star. You could go back to that rookie year and go through stuff because maybe people weren't grading his cards as much. So that's where the pop report comes in. You can kind of see how many cards are being graded of that player and kind of decide what has been graded and what hasn't,
And,
just based off of like simple common sense in your head.
and that's a side point right here to NBA in general, right? We were talking about this with Suplex Chris. Give him a follow on Instagram at suplex_Chris. Great card guy. Met him for the first time. Super nice. Um, but he said NBA cards are never dead with these rookies because they come into the league at 18, 19 years old. Some of them don't develop until they're 21, 22. Like you can hold on to these rookies that like may not have a shot right away, 1 to 2 years in the league, and then all of a sudden, like you said, third year they come in and just ball out.
I mean, think about it. How many like late round picks have came out and been a stud over the years? I mean, I remember last year Keldon Johnson in the beginning of the year didn't sell for anything, and now he's on the Spurs. I think he's putting up like maybe like 20 points a game or something. And just for example, I bought a raw Keldon Johnson card when he wasn't highly touted. It was a red prism card out of 299. It was his rookie, and I just graded it with PSA, and I paid $25 at the time. I just got it back from grading, spent $10 to get it graded, and it got a PSA 10, and now it's $1,000 card.
Damn, dude, that's a nice find, bro.
So this is like my favorite thing to do is like find something cheap and just like watch it explode. So like I sent this card in for grading like probably when like COVID just started popping out in the States, and then I just got it back. I just found out that I got a PSA 10 and it's $1,000 card. So can't wait to flip that. And I just think this is why like I love this hobby. Like there's so many opportunities to make money.
That just pays for so much. Like one return like that pays for like so many little things that you might have like maybe lost on, or like maybe some of your expenses or something like that. That's why this is better than betting because your returns are unlimited, right? Like there's no
$35
cap.
card pays for my Florida trip this weekend.
It's unreal.
Yeah.
We buy low, we sell high.
Hell yeah. Economics 101, baby.
101.
QB1,
Put that on a t-shirt.
How you doing over there, dude? You absorb all that information? I know that was a lot.
Yeah, I'm just digesting everything. I got to break it down in the film room after this. Go over what was said and execute going forward on my own card deals.
Spoken like a true quarterback over there. I want to buy your PSA 10 cards. But
they tanked.
Dude, you love talking shit to QB. I don't know what's in your brain, but you just like to pick and poke. You're a little poker.
Nah, he got me before the podcast started. We're even.
True. But Ryan, anything else? I mean, we can do like a side episode on PSA and grading because I think there's so much more that goes into it than just sending it in and getting it back. Like there's so many little details, but anything else you wanted to add in about, what we touched on, whether it be rookie autos or numbers?
Yeah. Do you guys have any more questions? Because
I'm personally
honestly,
out of questions, but I'm waiting for the QB huddle. I just wanted to see if you had anything else to add on here.
Sounds like we're going straight to the QB huddle.
Hike.
All right.
I'm gonna cut that out.
Yeah, edit that out.
Yeah, that was so sus.
Leave this part in. Actually, just leave it all in. So
it's kind of funny.
All right. Yeah, no, it was funny. Rye, so I know this may sound like a dumb question, but when I look at a card, and when you guys say rookie card, the card has to be before the card was manufactured, before he's played the season. Like if I have a LeBron James card, but it has his rookie year like stats on the back, would that not qualify as a rookie card? Would that be like a second year card?
You have to look at like the bottom of the card. It'll say like what year, like next to like what product it is. So if it's like a Fleer card, you'll see on the back like Fleer, and it'll be like 2003 for LeBron. So like Kobe 1996, but there is some exceptions. So like in baseball, the rookies can be different. Like say Bryce Harper was drafted, I forget what year he was, but his rookie year in cards was 2013 or 2012 or 2013.
So he had a prospect card in 2011, and then he came up in 2012, only played like half the season, so it's still his rookie card, I believe.
Yeah, I think his first card ever came out in like 2009, but his like rookie card, like the first year he played in the league, is like 2012, 2013. It's when they started making like a bunch of cards for him. So that's like his rookie year. But it all depends like when you start like playing. Like it's different for each sport though. So like basketball, it's just like the first cards that come out is their rookie card. For baseball, it just depends when their debut is in the league. And then for football, it's also their first card.
Great question, QB.
Cool. Okay. To kind of piggyback off that, because I know when I was a kid, I used to have like a few college cards. Like I remember I have an Adam Pac-Man Jones college card, the GOAT. Do college cards have any like added bonus because it's a college card, or is that just a normal ass card?
Yeah, so just to put it into perspective, like a college card is wearing like US Polo Assassin, and an NFL card is just like US Polo, just the one horse. Uh, like a college card's just got like two horses behind it, so just a little suspect. People don't like it. People like the major league stuff, the professional league stuff. But I mean, there's some exceptions. Like if you're a really good player, your college stuff will sell, but most college stuff doesn't really sell as well. I mean, the big programs do, like Alabama, Florida, like all those guys, but like they eventually come down in price because the college cards can't really go up as much in value.
So
Okay.
so buy in the professional jersey is your side on that.
Yeah, NFL, NBA uniform, all that stuff is what you want.
And then speaking of professional jersey, if a player like changes a number, like when Kobe went from 8, well, I guess Kobe's a bad example because he stayed at 24 for a long, like for half his career. But like say like Michael Jordan, like he came back as 45. Would a Michael Jordan 45 card be worth like a good price compared to like a normal Michael Jordan 23 card? Like
It just
non-rookie, I
depends
mean.
on like um the rarity, but I don't think the number matters as much. Like if it's like a different jersey, it could definitely factor in. Like if this dude played for the Raiders or something, and then he got traded to the Eagles. The Raiders don't really have that great of a market, but the Eagles do. So maybe the Eagles fans will pay more money for that card. So it all depends, like markets, and we should do this in another episode. What like sports card markets and cities will spend the most money? But it's kind of like easy to think about. Like think about like Pittsburgh, like they're huge on their football team, and the Dallas Cowboys, even though they suck every single year, their cards will always
Fuck the
sell because
Cowboys.
there's so many Cowboys fans. Like you have to think about big markets like that. So like Yankees players will always sell top notch. In football, it's like the Cowboys and the Steelers. Like I said, the Packers sell really well. Like dedicated fan bases will put out money for their guys. So like a uniform definitely matters.
Cool. Okay, one last question from me. So similar with like investing, there's like dips and stuff. Has there ever been a time where you were investing where you bought a card high and then like a player kind of like I don't either through injury or poor play kind of like fell off a little bit and like you doubled down and like bought that card, like more of that card, and then just like that player came through? Because what's coming to my mind is like I'm a huge Dennis Smith fan. I thought that guy was the next, I don't know, that guy like Derrick Rose. And then now he's going down to
If
the
you
G
invested
League.
in Dennis Smith, you were just shot.
Yeah, so right now to me, like I'm like, should I hop on this Dennis Smith? Maybe he makes a comeback from the G League.
I mean, if that's what you want, but like who is out there buying Dennis Smith cards actively? Even if he gets called back up to the NBA, like is he gonna drop like 20 points a game on like a good team? Because like
So
I'm
just sometimes if you drop like a lot of points or whatever, you might not sell that well. Like
now
there's
I'm
a
thinking
ton of
he goes back to MVP caliber. That's where my head's at.
that's a pipe dream, kid.
yeah, this is an NC State.
But has there been an example, Rye, where that's happened to you, where a player kind of like dips heavily and then you kind of just double down and then they kind of
Yeah.
proved you right?
So I mean, I was gonna say an example where I just absolutely ate it, and it was before the season. So there was a big auction ending, and there was 3 Cam Newton National Treasures rookie patch autographs, and I was like, "Damn, the Patriots with Bill Belichick and a fresh start for Cam Newton. Like, I'm gonna go in." So I think I spent like probably like 3,300 or like over 3 grand on 3 National Treasures RPAs of Cam Newton, and now they probably sell for like $400 a piece.
You got
So
your
just
biscuits taken, kid.
yeah, so I mean that happens, but then there's other flips that I made where I made like 3 times that. So it's like it all like works itself out. And obviously you're not going to have every investment isn't just going to be an absolute hit, but prospecting like that especially is risky if you're not going to go after like the solidified guys like Brady and all that stuff, and you're kind of waiting on players by waiting to see if they go up based off of performance. There's always a risk in that.
So I think one example of maybe what QB1 was trying to get at was Joe Burrow was a guy you were saying, hey, like tore his ACL, his cards took a fat dip, probably cut in half on price. I actually scooped up a Burrow Green Mosaics PSA 10 because it was so cheap, and the price is still climbing back up. I mean, So like gambling on guys like that, that's where you see the biggest returns. But it's also like if Burrow's just hobbling around in Cincinnati and they actually don't do anything, then it's just a waste of money.
Yeah, so you can kind of play the card market. I mean, it sounds crazy, but like Joe Burrow getting injured might have been like an opportunity for people to make money off of his sports cards, and that's a terrible thing to even think about. But if you think about it over the next year or so while he's recovering from his injury, Joe Burrow's just gonna get hype about coming back. So even if he doesn't perform or play in that time, like people are gonna people that aren't buying his stuff right now and preparing for next fall when he'll probably come back, or if he even comes back next year. But there's an opportunity to sell within that time frame. So if you're preparing for like the next football season or just want like something safe to buy, but if you want something more risky, like maybe you're buying up like Tua right now or Justin Herbert, and you're waiting for them to perform well so their cards go up. But if you're just trying to play it safe and get like a decent return on your money, like Joe Burrow is not a bad buy right now.
Got it. Got it. QB. That was a hell of a huddle.
Thank you.
Always commanding over there. It was great to have you back again in the booth. We're gonna have to do this again. We just ripped through 2 episodes there. A lot of information. My brain is spinning, and I haven't eaten dinner yet. It's 9:45 at night. I am hungry, dude. But yeah. Anything else? Any closing remarks from QB over there?
No, I learned a lot. This was fun. It was a pleasure being on the show, back-to-back episodes. I kind of feel like I'm a regular at this point.
Whoa.
But I don't. No, trust me, I don't want to be. I'd rather be a feature. That's my role in this podcast. Everyone in life, you got to know your role. My role is not to be a regular. It's to be like just I'm a spark guy, like a Jalen Hurts per se.
You are a spark plug, and just because you were on these episodes doesn't mean you can't, listen to them. You got to listen to them. I want to see you press play and listen back and absorb the knowledge.
Well, no. I love hearing myself talk, so I will 100% be listening to myself.
Really, I hate myself.
And all the future episodes.
I hate hearing myself talk.
Like I have a bad voice, but I'm just conceited, so I like to just hear how I'm doing.
All right.
But no, I actually am curious also about investing in cards, so I genuinely want to keep like learning, and we learned a lot tonight, so I really have to listen to hear back some of the stuff that Rye pointed out and really absorb what he said.
Yes, sir. Ryan, another fire episode from you. Some super fire heat from your dome tonight. How you feeling? And any closing remarks?
Dude, I need some feedback because I feel like the information, like I said, the information I feel like I'm spewing out isn't like that great. So like, let me know like what you guys think, because I just feel like I was just like talking about like a bunch of like gibberish. But if you guys feel that it's helpful, we're just gonna keep doing this.
I don't think you understand.
Pump out a bunch more.
I don't think you understand, Rye, how many people like this is helping. In a sense, like for Joe, for example, he said he just learned a ton. I just learned a ton. I'm still learning. Like this is like, you said a lot of things tonight where it's like, sure, I asked you what a base card was, but that's just for the people that are like relaying this information and actually trying to understand like how to make money. So, I think you're doing great. If you want to let Ryan know how he's doing, leave a review on Apple. Tweet at us at bro_cardspod on Twitter. Follow the Instagram at bro_cards. Ryan's on Instagram at phillycards25. You can catch QB at the only QB1, and you can catch me at Mook Bets. But I think that's it, bros. I think that's it. Thanks for joining, and have a great day.